Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Monday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather, and a happy November to everybody out there on the Western Slope. Daylight savings time has recently ended, and let me tell you, if anything else, we get an extra hour of sleep and we get to once again see these beautiful sunrises nice and early on the Western Slope. We're seeing some cloudy conditions starting to push in for the morning, but by the time the evening time is here, well, we'll be nice and clear. And of course, like we mentioned, daylight savings time, it is over, folks. And now we're on to the meat and potatoes of the year, the best time of it all. Get out of the way, Thanksgiving. We are just 52 days away from Christmas time. December 25th can't come soon enough. Don't worry, I won't be mentioning it too much this month, but it just felt right to mention it for today. Right now, we're waking up to 42 degrees in Grand Junction. Low 40s as well for Paonia, Nucla, and Glade Park, with Montrose and Delta riding either side of that freezing line. Moab as well seeing similar conditions to Grand Junction and Glade Park. Very consistent start to the day. Now, for that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to 46 degrees and mostly cloudy conditions. Like I mentioned, we'll be seeing that cloud coverage slowly dissipate over the day, but we've got a very warm afternoon projected, 70 degrees for Grand Junction, and we'll be seeing those 70s for a while this afternoon, expecting to see those 60s somewhere between that 10 to 11 hour, and then 70 degrees pushing anywhere from 1 to 4 p.m. That cloud coverage starting to dissipate as well, and then temperatures really starting to drop as that sun starts to set. Morning hours, though, shaping up to be a little bit on the warm side as well. Those low 40s definitely further away from the freezing range compared to what we saw last week. Now, the dog walking forecast was fun. It was a beautiful time. We've been doing it since March. It's time to shake things up a bit, folks. Now those months are getting colder, and it's time to stay in with that Cozy Cat forecast. For the inaugural Cozy Cat forecast, we got my cat Pumpkin hanging out with us all week long, and it's going to be a lovely day to stay in and hang out with your cat. The big story is, of course, going to be those big wind speeds for the morning hours. We've got about 13 miles an hour projected for 8 a.m. And then slowly as we start to warm up, that cloud coverage starts to disappear, and then we see 70 degrees, very low wind speeds, and then mostly cloudy conditions continue to persist. Hey, if you want to see your cat featured on the news, send me an email at dbrazelton@krextv.com, or send me a message on Facebook or Instagram at BrazeltonWX. Now let's talk about the month of October. We saw on average about where we should be for the highs, but this has been a consistent thing for the last several months. We saw this with September as well. The overnight lows, a couple degrees above average. We're slowly starting to encroach more and more for those colder nights, starting to be less so. For example, we only saw 3 nights that were below freezing for the entire month of October, and they were all in a row. We only got down to 29 degrees at the end of the month. We started at 87 degrees as well. Definitely a warm one. Now, as far as precipitation goes, I don't have to tell you, we saw one of the wettest months, the wettest Octobers that Grand Junction has ever seen, at 2.6 inches of rainfall, typically only getting about an inch. Not a lick of snow, though. Typically about a little less than half of an inch. Didn't see any of that snowfall for the region. So just some interesting stats for the month of October. Now, as we look over the next several days on that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, 70 degrees or thereabouts for the first half of the week. And then we really start to drop down back into those lower 60s, closer to where we should be for this time of year, even getting up to the low 40s for overnight lows at some point in the midweek. Montrose, slightly cooler, seeing about similar conditions for today, but seeing that kind of decline in temperature happening very thoroughly over the week itself. And it's shaping up to be a beautiful start to the month of November.